The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all.
It's funny how these South African celebrities always have something to say when it's against South Africa and South Africans, but they never say anything when they have to stand with South Africans. I wonder why.
Yes, they don't condemn the attack. Oh, they don't condemn the attack. South Africa artists, Nasty C, all this why where you dey? Where have you been? And now where you see say they don't boycott Tyla, you don't wake up now, see and say, okay, I think I should start talking. Nasty C, where have you been? Power of social media. You can't eat your cake and have it. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You feel me? Your country people cannot be behaving like a recalcitrant and you will come to our country to make money. Never, it will not happen. Why your country people behave like a recalcitrant? You want to come to Nigeria to pack dollars. You see the attack, you will not condemn it. But you want to make money. You can't eat your cake and have it. Other countries now, they cancel now. They pursue now like fly. Like fly with the pest shit. You know, when fly the pest shit, they go away. Yes, that's what they do them now. Their eyes they clear. Now see, I like you because they rap, they do your, but this is beyond rap game. It's beyond the rap game now. It's beyond rap game now. It doesn't say it don't be beyond rap game. South Africa artists don't they feel the hits, you know? Now see, don't come outside, they condemn the xenophobic attack. All this while.
Okay, I just heard that Tyla has cancelled her tour to Lagos, which is a good thing. It shows that Nigerians shouldn't be messed with. But I don't want us to stop there. I want us to also, as Africans, as Nigerians and Africans, I'm not only calling Nigerians, both Nigerians and Africans, because this xenophobic attack is on all of us. I want us to also boycott all her shows in those listed countries, because most of the people that will actually go to the shows from Africa are Nigerians, and some other Africans will also go there. If we all can boycott those shows, it's going to affect them. So when it affects them, they will know what they are doing is not good. They will know it's wrong to mess with other African countries. Your black people is wrong. You don't attack your own people. It's so wrong. Now, people might feel like we are being too harsh. We are like Showore said, that man doesn't have sense. He always believes that he's always right. Every other person is wrong to him. I want us to look at what the US is doing to other countries when they know that this country has terrorist people among them. Even the people that are not affected are affected. There's a visa ban on for Nigerians. You can't go freely you can't go to US the way you like before. Look at what the United Kingdom did to the Russians. They barred them from also traveling. Look at what they did to their football clubs, FIFA, and it's not their fault. Yeah, it's not Tyla's fault, we understand, but it's a way to pass message to their governments. So if we boycott, yeah, it's not our fault, but it's their leaders' fault for not putting things in control. But how do we get to their leader? It's through the citizens. So let them feel it. Let them know what they are doing is wrong. So all those people that are saying it's not Tyla's fault, you guys, maybe when we were young, your head don't hit ground. Everybody should boycott all those shows from North America and South America, or wherever she is doing her show, and in Europe. Boycott it, don't go. Because if you look at it, most of the people that will go there are Nigerians. Most of the Africans that will show up for that show are Nigerians. So if they believe that we Africans are not part of them, they don't welcome us, then why should we welcome their show? So let us all boycott it. Let them sell their self the way they always sell them to their white masters, and let them feel the wrath. Thank you.
But now let's talk about South African artists now feeling the heat. Most of them have gotten their shows cancelled. I'm sure you've seen in Zimbabwe have cancelled all the shows from Mafiki Zolo, Musa Keys, and other South African artists are equally feeling the heat. Any comments on that?
But how is that helping their countries to improve? Entertainment is just entertainment. It's you getting entertained by an artist. South Africa loses nothing because you cancelled Mafizo. What do we lose? We
But
don't
the
lose
artists
anything.
are South Africans and they're losing money, right?
Listen to what I'm saying when I say that South African artists have been on their side. That's the funniest part. South African artists have been supporting them and keeping quiet about the issues that we face as South Africans. So them cancelling South African artists is them shooting themselves in the foot, basically. Because those are the same people that have decided that they're not going to say anything about our plight to South Africa and choose your side because they've been protecting their bookings and whatnot. And you went and you sabotaged those very same people that have been on your side. As South Africans, we don't need our artists to say anything. If we need to fight, we're going to fight. So if you deprive yourself of entertainment because you're angry at South Africans, it's you that's not getting that entertainment. It's not us. Tina, we'll get entertainment from anywhere in the world that we want. It's not going to stop us. It's not like nothing. Like every artist is still going to want to come to South Africa. They still win. We're still going to pay for our tickets to go watch them. We're still going to treat them well when they come to our country. Because we're dealing with illegal immigrants. We're not dealing with people coming into our country, spending their money and whatever. That's not our problem, really. I don't think that's a smart thing to do because at the end of the day, like those chasing people out in Mozambique, it's their economy that we're contributing to. We're not there illegally. We're there partly spend our money, go back home. So how is that hurting you? Why would you chase people out who are investing in your country? Because we are chasing out people who are not investing in our country, who are just there living, being illegal, taking things and not paying taxes, etc. I don't think it's a smart thing to do. But if they think it's going to work for them, good luck.
Very well.
Right, so South African singer Tyla has removed Lagos, Nigeria from her world tour. And this stems from intense backlash and possible boycott over Tyla's silence on the ongoing xenophobic attacks in South Africa, with mostly Nigerians and Ghanaians being the victims. But wait, what was Tyla and the team thinking about? That Nigerians could be magnanimous enough to sweep this under the carpet? That of all Tyla's influence, she's refused to have a position on the matter. In fact, she has a position because Archbishop Desmond Tutu was right when he said that if you choose to stay neutral in times of oppression, then you have chosen the side of the oppressor. So essentially, Tyla's silence is an endorsement of the animalistic acts that is going on in South Africa. And guys, let's call a spade a spade. They say if it swims like a duck and it walks like a duck, then it is a duck. What is happening in South Africa is not an anti-illegal migration protest. It is shared xenophobia, and nothing can justify otherwise. Exactly. And you see, in a time when it looks like the hands of our leaders have been tied in the name of diplomacy, then it means that citizens will be compelled to take matters into their own hands. And by the way, I am a Ghanaian journalist, and quite recently, during a press briefing, I posed the question to our Foreign Affairs Minister that it looks like the resurgence of xenophobic attacks in South Africa is not going to end anytime soon, despite all diplomatic alternatives that have been explored. So at what point would Ghana, for instance, conclude that diplomacy would just not be enough? And his response was very simple, that as it stands now, diplomatic engagement is the only alternative that they indeed have to keep exploring. Very recently, the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa stated at the Pan-African Parliament that he is going to take a decisive action against this act. But his words cannot even be believable, given his, retrogressive posturing right from the get-go at the initial stage of this act. I'm a Ghanaian again, and I know for sure that our President John Dramani Mahama wouldn't have sat to watch this escalate to this point. I mean, come on, at some points, these people were looting, beating. 2 Ghanaians have been reportedly killed as a result of this, xenophobic attacks. And initially, South African authorities were even denying the report. Guys, you get it? So you cannot even convince me that whatever is happening in South Africa is not state-sponsored. And you, Tyla, as influential as you are, you know very well that indeed most of your streams even come from Nigeria. Nigeria is the biggest black population in the world, and you cannot take that away from them. If they boycott your music or your craft, it's going to take a heavy toll on you. So I think that, maybe boycotting Tyla is just not enough. It's just about time that we need to have more boycotts for South Africa to also pinch. And just by the way, I am not endorsing violence or what have you, but just as South Africans are purposely protesting,
over something that is even a non-starter, because indeed some of these victims of xenophobic attacks are individuals who have illegal documents to work and stay in South Africa, yet they were subjected to this inhumane and hideous act. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. And for Tyla to think that it's going to be business as usual, well, I'm trying to get into the heads of team members, but I'm not getting any place to settle in there.
South African artists are now begging. It is amazing how now these artists in South Africa finally found their voices and their tongues. They said Nasty C, the biggest artist in South Africa, condemns xenophobia, and he's now begging for forgiveness after what has happened to Tyla. It's like he has it in mind that he wants to go and perform in Nigeria. So if he doesn't speak out, because Nigerians voiced out and told the world that, see, the reason we don't want Tyla is because Tyla never condemned whatever xenophobic activity that is happening in South Africa. We also saw our brothers and sisters from Nigeria losing their lives, losing their shops. A lot of things happen to our people. So because of that, we don't want to have Tyla in our own country, because Tyla cannot be quiet when our people are losing their lives and losing their properties in South Africa, only for her to come back to Nigeria and try to make something out of it. Because when you look at the narrative the South Africans are sending across, it is like, no, South Africa, you can't come and make money in South Africa. If you're a black person, stay in your country. So now they say this Tyla too should go back to her country and fix her country, make money from her country. So they said Nasty C, seeing what happened to Tyla, decided to say no. Now they are all fighting to condemn what is happening in South Africa. But must we wait when you know it's going to affect you before you talk? Nasty. Must it affect you before you cannot talk? So if it were to be somebody else, and it is not that they were boycotting artists in other parts of Africa, you wouldn't speak out against what is happening in South Africa when we know this has been a global issue? See, our artists, you need to be very real with us. Don't wait for situations to be in your benefit before you then come out to talk. Don't act when things are like that. Act when the situation demands it, not because it's going to favor you. You understand? Even now that you are talking, Nigerians can still decide and say that it's because we boycotted Tyla, making 1, 2, 3 argument. That's why now you are talking, because these things that we are seeing in South Africa didn't start today. Why will you then talk when Tyla has been boycotted? All that you need to know as South Africans, those who are watching me, you should understand that we are interconnected. We are one people. No man is an island. We need each other. See, only you cannot make your artist rich. No matter how big he is in South Africa. If other parts of the continent don't support him, he doesn't go there to perform and make money. See, the only money you give him will not make him who he wants to be. So we need each other. We need each other. Don't you South Africans travel out? You have your own brothers and sisters who are advising you that these things that you are doing aren't helpful. Look at what is happening all over. Compare the few South Africans to the rest of the continent. You know we are more than you. Change your attitude towards your brothers and sisters. See, if your brother is having something and you need it, it's not about like trying to destroy what the person has, or trying to chase the person away. The best thing you can ever do is go closer to the person, learn the person's secret. How does the person do A, B, C? And boom, you are good to go. But the moment you decide to point a finger at the person, trying to isolate yourself, sacking the person, making it look like your problems are caused by the person and your fortune is what is in the person's hand, see, you end up not getting nothing. Now they have left with the skills. But if you should have stayed with them, like went closer to them, today you would have learned a lot from either Nigerians, from Ghanaians, from any other person. Unity is all that we need. Togetherness is all that we need. Not for us to be pointing fingers at each other. The one that is after all of us is a system. And until you understand that it's a system that is working against you and I, it's the same system that is chasing them from their countries. But sometimes other people thrive better in other places. You can be in South Africa and you wouldn't make money, but you can just move out of South Africa to another place and you get your helper. So life is all about what? Dependency. We depend on each other for survival. So you should have that in mind before you think of chasing other people away from South Africa.